Shalom, Yasha Allah, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, call Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Right, first and foremost, I just want to shortly get into the times that we living in. You know, we got to understand the times that we living in, man. You know, we living in the times where we starting to see the signs of the Most High show, right? You know, the Most High is showing the signs in the earth. The Most High is showing his power. He's speaking right now in these last days, right? We see the earthquakes. You know, we see the weather changing. You know, places where cold should not hit is hitting. Places where tornadoes should not hit is hitting. Places where hurricanes. Remember, these are the signs and wonders of YAHAWAH YAHAWASHI. You know, but a lot of our people not paying attention, neither are they accepting these things. They don't feel that these things should come to pass. You know, many brothers and sisters are very insincere, you know, and not genuine. Also, they have a lot of insecurities as well, so they do things in the sight of men to please one another and not do the things that please the Father, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, right? You know, they don't understand the times that we're living in these last days, right? Everybody's worried about their looks. Everybody is worried about, you know, how they should present themselves into one another. And what I mean by that, I'm not saying be an unclean person, right? Because a lot of y'all like to be fools, man. You know, ain't nobody saying that. What I'm saying is to make sure your spirit is in order. You know, make sure your mind is in order. Remember, the Lord said wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation, man. That's our strength. And that's what we should be stabilizing, establishing, right? We should be establishing wisdom and knowledge. That's the beauty of the servants of YAHAWAH YAHAWASHI. You know, Most High willing, you know, YAHAWAH willing, AhBa RaTazah, that we be of the elect. You know, if you hear the loud sound, it's the jets flying around DC right now, right? You know, the capital of this place, Babylonia, this place is destroyed. This place is destroyed and it's going to be destroyed. We got heat waves coming in, hitting different parts of the world, hitting parts of the world it never hit before. Now you got people in France and all over Europe, they're ransacking their stores, right? Edomites, ransacking their stores for air conditioners, man. These are the times we're living in, because the pride that Esau have. The pride that Esau have is what? They have the pride that YAHAWAH YAHAWASHI, you know, wasn't going to do nothing to that place. You know, the pride that they have is we don't need air conditioners in our homes and in our apartments because, you know, it's always cool weather. Well, now the heat is dead, man. And y'all freaking out, dying, right? They said thousands are dead in France due to heat, severe conditions, man. You know, 29,000 lightning strikes hit southern England. And we're going to show y'all that, right? These are the times we're living in. Let me show y'all, man. Here you go. I saw a better video than this, actually. Let me see if they're gonna show it, man. I want to see if they're gonna show it. Bear with me, bear with me. Let's try, let's maybe try Instagram, right? Let's try Instagram. If this app don't hurry up. They're not showing what I want. There was a certain video I saw due to this event, right? The 29,000 lightning strike event. Now, they always say, which the Most High already debunked already, they say lightning can't strike twice in the same place. The Most High already debunked that with 2 or 3 lightning strikes hitting a place. But 29,000, you cannot tell me times is going crazy. You know, cold hitting in places it should not hit, as in snow and sleet. You know, there's places that never received rain in years, and it's now receiving rainwater, you know, snow in all 4 seasons. Earthquakes hitting Venezuela, hitting the Philippines, you know, and many other parts of Asia, you know, Afghanistan. There is a lot of terrible times here. You know, terrible things is happening in the earth, and many people are dying. And just like the Lord said, and the wicked still did not repent. And when I mean by the wicked, I'm talking about our people that want to be rebellious in these last days. Again, If you can't hear what I'm saying, it's because it's loud due to the jets that's flying over DC, right? You know, they doing it for they lame ass, excuse my language, 250th year anniversary. But all we know is that this is time for this place to be destroyed. Every empire lasts this long. Now people are seeing signs in the heavens. Venezuela, the skies turned red. Blood moon came a couple of days ago, you know, during the Shabbat, you know, or it was after at least, you know. But again, these are the times of the end. And we've been seeing the times of the end for those that have been faithful. And the Lord said that the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Let's get that. Second Esdras, right? Chapter 2nd, Salakia, 2nd Esdras chapter 15. And I'm going to start from verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, right? So don't be afraid of the things that you speak. Don't be afraid of what people may do unto you. And many of our people are afraid. They act like they in this truth. They act like they for the Lord, you know, but they really not, you know. And that's okay. We're going to keep moving to the spirit of YAHAWASHI. Whatever he moves our spirits to do. That's to do this work. That's to teach the people, right? And to wake up the sheep. Keep warning the people like it's written in Ezekiel 33. They don't want to take heed. They don't want to take heed. But we see the signs of the times. And if you still not having the mindset to repent, for those that's watching this video that don't know this truth, watch the other videos before this. Don't just watch this one and think, oh, this is just a brother trying to argue. This is just a brother that's just got anger in his heart. Well, matter of fact, I am angry, man. I'm angry because I see the times of the end, and I still see my people not waking up to this truth, right? Now, I already know 2/3 of our people going to be destroyed. That's already prophesied, right? But it's still a terrible thing. But we don't let our anger get the best of us because we got to remain in the spirit, all right? You brothers and sincere sisters that do understand these things. Now, again, verse 4 says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And many of our people are very unfaithful. You know, they don't believe. They God critics. Oh, God should have made the world like this. God should have been doing this. God should have been doing that. All over Instagram, all over social media, YouTube shorts, TikTok. You got a whole bunch of, you know, humans, mere people, man. Mere people. You made out of dust. We're all made out of dust. Mere people talking about, you know, who and what the Most High should have done. Like I had this this one dude, man. He talking about something. You know, the Most High. Wow, man. It's crazy. But I'm going to say it. He said that the Most High was a stupid nigga. Now, I'm going to put it out there like that because I want to show y'all something. Let's go to Psalms 53. And I brought this out before, but we're going to bring it out again. Because these scriptures speak the truth. It don't matter where you go, right? If it sounds like a broken record, it is what it is. And let's see what the scriptures say. Psalms 53 and verse 1. You can also read this in Psalms 14. It says, the fool have said in his heart, your heart is your mind. Your heart is your mind. But most people, they speak it out. But he said in his heart, because these are the thoughts of the people. The Lord is already telling his servants, these are the thoughts of his people, the thoughts of the people that are rebellious, and the thoughts of the wicked, who is Esau, the so-called white man. It says, the fool have said in his heart, there is no power, right? There is no God. Corrupt are they, and have done abominable iniquity. There is none that doeth good, right? There is none that doeth good. You know, everyone is filled with wickedness. Everyone thinks wickedness. Everyone applauds wickedness and foolishness in the earth. It's all over the internet. Social media shows us the society of Babylon, man. Full of confusion. And America indeed is full of confusion, right? Transgenders, you know, many of you brothers and sisters out here afraid to tell people that stuff is off. It's off, man. You know, being a homosexual is off. Eating swine is off, right? You know, and y'all seen my face in the beginning of the video, so I'm not afraid to show my face saying these things, because these are the righteous things that YAHAWASHI. The Lord told us not to be afraid of their vain imaginations. You also called fools, and you're called unwise in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3, right? You know, you think to kill us, you know, you think to destroy us, and you think that our going is for misery, but the Lord said, but they are in peace. AhBa RaTazah, that we be of those that are in peace, you know. when they go around to persecute the children of Israel, you know, for you sincere brothers that may, you know, die, you know, in this thing. Remember the Lord said, you know, the Lord, I think there's a scripture that said the Lord loved nothing more than seeing the death of his saints, right? Matter of fact, let's get that. Death of his saints. Here you go right here. Psalms 116 and verse 15. Precious is the sight of Yahawah is the death of his saints, right? And then it says, Yahawah, truly I am thy servant, and the son of thy handmaid. Thou hast loosed my bonds, right? And that's what YAHAWASHI said. And now we are saying it. Because YAHAWASHI said in Revelation chapter 2, right, and on down, you know, that, no, Revelations chapter 2 and on down to verse 25 and on down, you know, he talks about that the same things that his father has given him, the same things Yahawah has given YAHAWASHI, it shall be given unto us if we endure. If we have faith, if we have hope, if we have joy of heart, charity. That's the joy of heart, the gladness of it. If you can hear the jets, man, that is, you know, they flying over DC. So if it's too loud, you know, bear with me. It's cool, right? We're going to bring this word out. We're going to bring the spirit out. It says, precious in the sight of Yahawah is the death of his saints, man. So don't be afraid of what they shall do, you know, and the things that they say. Because this is what the fools say in their heart. The fact that this brother came out, you know, and talking about the Most High is a dumb nigga, a stupid nigga. That's what they say. Little do they know, you got one other brother, he was talking about you know, I don't even want to call these niggas brothers, man. And excuse my language, but it is what it is, right? And it's not because I hate my people, right? This is not this brother talked down on his people. No, this is the truth. Our people are foolish. The Lord already said it in Hosea 4 and 6. And throughout many other scriptures, you know, that the Lord will show these things for a sign and for a wonder that we are in captivity. You know, the Lord said that those that trust on his son, you know, shall be loosened. Remember he said, take off, you know, and be no longer, you know, entangled in the yoke of bondage. The yoke of bondage is sin. But many of our people love sin. You know, they love the party in sin. They love the fame of sin. You know, but what the Lord say, that the wages of sin is death. So you partying to do sin, you know, you doing all things full of wickedness, and what it's going to bring to you? Your death, your destruction. Whether if it be mentally or physically, either way, it's going to be physically because, you know, the missiles is going to hit you, you know. And when people say, well, what do you say of yourself? Why you not saying the missiles might hit you? Well, because I have faith in YAHAWASHI. You know, matter of fact, let me show y'all something. As you can see, the jets, right? Well, you can't see them no more. You probably ain't see them. But, you know, like I said, they flying over, you know, due to this 250th year anniversary of the confusion, right? This the birthday of confusion right here. The birthday of the whore. The mother of all harlots, man. The daughter of Babylon. This place is destroyed. It followed the ways of Great Britain, right? Which is destroyed. You know, in the sense of how they move, their science. And now America, everyone is seeing their destruction. Everyone is making jokes about the Great American State Fair, right? No one went. They talked about the Trump arch that they have. The 250 cubits or whatever they said it was, right? You know, and people going there, they finding how, you know, it's fake. It's made out of paper mache. It got staples in it. It's sitting on top of plywood. You know, this is the state of this place, Babylon. See, everybody keeps saying Babylon on their last leg. I get the analogy, but I like to say Babylon, America, is on their last toe. You can't stand on your toe. And if you can, you damn sure can't stand on it for too long. The pain starts to become unbearable. You begin to fall. And that's what's coming to this place. They're trying their hardest to last. Remember, she said, I am no widow. I sit no widow. Right? I have many lovers. Okay. But many of your lovers will destroy you with utter fire and destruction. And your enemies will also destroy you at the same time. And this place shall be obliterated. America. This place going to be obliterated. soon. Right? So that's all I wanted to tell y'all, man. I pray that this edifies you. I pray that you stay in the spirit, keep fasting, praying, staying in the spirit. You know, let not temptation overtake you. Endure unto the end, you brothers and you few sincere sisters out there, man. Endure unto the end, you genuine brothers. You sincere sisters of the faith, you know, of hope and of charity. Do the work in gladness. Don't do it to be pleased, you know, and accepted of men. The Lord already going to make you be accepted of men, you know, because you have righteousness on you. You know what I'm saying? The shyness is on your ass, man. You know? So, like I said, I pray that this edifies you. I pray that you understand the times that we're living in, you know, and we stick to the things that's going on in this earth. You know, we keep watching, we keep praying, we keep fasting and make sure we discipline in the spirit, discipline mentally, you know, physically as well, you know, to the best of our ability. That's it. You know, get right to please YAHAWAH BAHASHAM. Your greatness is already going to show in the sight of men because the most high righteousness will be on you. You know, you got to believe that. You don't got to force anything. The Lord's work is already going to be done. Everything Yahweh says is shall be done. Right? If it's done with us or without us, it's going to be done. If it's being done without us, that means we're not of the service of the Lord. But I pray that we are the servants of Yahweh BaHaSham. And we need to do this thing in gladness and in joy of heart. Right? So, shalom.